Cinco de Mayo 2023, 5/5/23. We have a 2001 Toyota Tundra here with the evap code. Probably like a 404 or 405 or 406 or something like that. So, the owner has switched the gas cap with a known good gas cap off his 2002 Toyota Tundra. And the check engine light hasn't gone away. He's been driving it for like 3 or 4 days. So, I would assume that the gas cap is not a problem anymore. Now, this gas cap this code is related to the evap system, and here's the vacuum diagram on this car. This is a V6 or V8. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our vacuum diagram. So we're dealing with the 5VZFE motor, and we have this line that's coming from the fuel tank, and then we have this line going to the air cleaner, and then we have this important line here that goes to get burned into the intake, and it's a VSV standing for vacuum switching valve. And this diagram gave us a little bit more information. It's called a PWM VSV, and PWM means pulse width modulation, meaning that it's just not only purely turning on and off that solenoid, but it's like turning on and off really quickly, like tap 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 tap. So it can modulate how much that vacuum is going to turn on. So we kind of inspected all the little hoses that we can inspect, and so we came upon this hose, which is going to the VSV at the intake. Go ahead. So this line is going to the air cleaner, and it goes all the way to the air cleaner. We haven't really looked at that line for a crack, but it kind of looks good. And we want to turn these things upside down to see if there's any rubbing here. So there is some rubbing. So that would be nice if you want. You can put a tie wrap there so it just stays there instead of like rubbing. And we checked for all these rubbing here, but when I got to this spot, let me put my gloves on. And hopefully I found a problem. But when I got to here, I turned this upside down, and you see how easy it is for me to turn? And then you can see that crack developing right there. And so I can easily pull it out. Voila. So this is probably the reason why when that computer tells that vacuum line to open up, a lot of the vacuum that's getting sucked over is getting lost here. And so that backwards, all that pressure, that vacuum doesn't get sucked in there that much. And probably this computer sensor here is figuring that out, because it's like it's like a vacuum sensor. So there's another VSV, and it back probes the vacuum going into this thing, and this is connected to the computer. So I'm assuming everything here is working good, and that's our main culprit here. So without even checking more, technically I should be like opening things up and then jumping it and making sure all the vacuum works, but you know how old cars are. Anytime you start opening things and breaking, you can break these little things easily. So at this point, I'm just gonna go clear the code. Because the owner has another car similar to this, I might just ask him to just take this line from the other car, or better yet, I'm just gonna open this, slice it there with a razor blade, put it in, and hope for the best. And that's my plan. All right, so the owner is like agreeing, so that's what we're gonna do. 5/5/23. All right. evap code 404, 405, 406 on a 2001 Tundra.